So you missed the Sony press conference. Don't worry, I got you. I'm gonna bring you up to speed. I'm Remy Martin VSOP. Watch my video. In this video, I'm just gonna go over the big 4 games that Sony wanted to spotlight in their conference. That is The Last of Us Part 2, Ghosts of Tsushima, Death Stranding, and Spider-Man. Sony kicked off this show with the most anticipated exclusive, The Last of Us 2. Naughty Dog, the developer, is back, and they have not wasted any time. And Naughty Dog pulls no punches. The Last of Us was one of my favorite games of 2012, so I have all the faith in the world this will be a Game of the Year contender when it comes out. Which gets to one of my points. Not in a gameplay or the game being made situations, but I've noticed the last 2 trailers for this game have been really very, very violent. I'm no prude or nothing, but I understand the world you created is a apocalyptic virus landscape, but you haven't shown one virus, person, monster, animal, or anything in all your trailers. I'm just saying, Naughty Dog. But on the other hand, this game looks phenomenal. Not just graphics, but gameplay. I'm just saying, Naughty Dog, you don't have to show me gore, violence all the way out to get me to buy your game. You have my money. I'm sitting here waiting on your game, so I just want to see more of it, but you don't have to show ultra violence to get me there. Okay, the second game they showed is Ghosts of Tsushima. I don't really know how to say it, but it's made by Sucker Punch. That's the company that made the Sly Cooper and the infamous franchise. This game is set in 13th century Japan, and yes, it is an open world game. I mean, just look at it. It's set in an open world game. That's amazing. I always knew that Sucker Punch could make some very pretty games, but this game is beautiful. It's on a whole nother level. I didn't even think they had this in them. I mean, just look at it. The detail from the grass, from the armor, from the wind blowing, the trees in the background, to the leaves falling on the ground. It's amazing. But once I hop on again, more violence. But, I mean, I'm hip, I understand. Set into that Japan world. So, I kind of get it. But I'm glad there is some stealth elements to this game that I see. And I'm just waiting to get my hands on it. I'm very, very shocked at this. And Sucker Punch, I think you're doing an excellent job. And this the game that I think is going to take your studio to the next level. And this type of game, as a gamer, just makes you kind of giddy. So I'm just waiting to get my hands on it. Good job, Sucker Punch. Good job. The third game that Sony showed off is Death Stranding by Kojima Productions. This game's been long in production. And if you never heard of that name, Hideo Kojima, he's pretty much an icon inside the gaming industry, almost like a living rock star. He's the man that pretty much made the Metal Gear series. In honesty though, I'm a little disappointed in this trailer. Not that it looks bad, it looks great, but what is it about? I mean, this game has been in production for 4 years now. And it's still a mystery from the first time they showed it at E3 to this time at E3. I have no idea what this game's about. And this trailer does not clear any of that up. And yes, that is Norman Reed from The Walking Dead in this game. I don't know, I just get this feeling like Kojima's just trolling me. Like, I don't understand. It's like I have no idea what's going on, but all his games are like that. And I just feel like maybe I'm not smart enough to understand his games. His games have good gameplay, but the story is just all over the place. And I think it's just fun for him, but make something I can understand. Trust me, I want to love this game, but to me, from what I see of the trailer, it just looks like Expedition Simulator. Like, I'm just carrying luggage everywhere I go. I don't know. I mean, give me something more, Kojima. And Sony, you should have did a better job with that also. You know, let him know. This is supposed to be one of your big games that's supposed to come out. So, give him a little bit of guidance. Maybe that's why Konami kind of got rid of him too. And the last game where Sony closed out was Spider-Man, made by Insomniac. And they're the makers of Ratchet and Clank, Sunset Overdrive, The Resistance, and Spyro franchises. And out of all the PlayStation 4 games that were showcased, Spider-Man is the only game with a date. September 7th for your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. And I gotta admit, out of all the games that they showcased to, Spider-Man scares me the most. The reason for is because this is not the first trailer for the game that I've seen. But all the trailers that I have seen feel a lot scripted with a lot of quick time events. And that worried me a little bit. And I know with Insomniac's past record with Sunset Overdrive, I know it would be a pleasure and a great time to traverse that city that you're in being Spider-Man. From all the web crawling, you know, running up the buildings, swinging from tower to tower. It looks great. And I was a little worried about the combat, but seeing some of these playthroughs, the combat looks really fluid. It looks really solid, so I'm looking forward to playing that. You know, a game is only going to be as good as how good is the combat to make you feel like you're Spider-Man. And that's the first step that I think they had to conquer. And from their previews, they showed a lot. That's what they worked on. But one of the things that, like I said, that did concern me is the side quests and the missions. I just don't want all the things that plagued other Spider-Mans. Like, I don't want to save a cat all the time off a rooftop or get time defusing bombs like 8 times. I want a game where I want to come home and it's going to be an investment that I feel like I can play hours and not really get tired of it. And those were your games at the Sony press conference. I didn't cover Resident Evil because it was a remake of Resident Evil 2. And I think as a consumer or the average person looking in, I think they would probably give a Sony maybe like a 90. But as me, as a gamer, I give them about a 78. I say that only because out of all those 4 games, only one game is coming out in 2018. I think Death Stranding, maybe 2020. Ghost, maybe late 2019. And The Last of Us 2, I definitely think that's a 2020 game. Because Naughty Dog is not going to put out anything that they're not ready to put out. So, you know, I wanted to see something that was coming out in the near future. But I guess we just got to do with the Spider-Man. So that's Sony conference in a nutshell. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time. So thanks for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you want to hear more, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate it. Thank you.